Hello guys! So, I just came from the bathtub, as usual, to find there's a new game update for Age of Empires 2. I skimmed through it very quickly and now I'm gonna go through it with you guys as well. So, January 21st, game update 24.69.9. Welcome friends to January 2020 and the first major update of the new year. Once again, the team has been working hard to put together a list of bug fixes, changes and new features to continue moving Age 2DE along the path to world domination. I like those words. This month's update introduces a significant number of stability and performance improvements, a planet's worth of map and map generation changes, as well as AI and pathfinding improvements to help your armies as they traverse through the world. We're already working on February's major update, so this pretty much says that we are seeing one major update every month by the looks of it. We had one in December and now it's a major update in January, and they're already saying they're working on a February update, so that is awesome. So there's a lot of interesting stuff in here. I'm just going to quickly go here. Build spotlight. So there's AI and pathfinding improvements, numerous game stability improvements and crash fixes, balance changes, and various improvements to random maps. First off, there's a bunch of crash fixes. I'm not really going to go through them because it's not really too much to say here. You can see what's on the screen. It's just crash fixes, and that's none of our, well, at least not mine. I don't have crash issues mostly. I'm sure some of you do, so I'm sure it will help some of you. Also, they're continuing to help improve the RAM usage in the game. That's always good to hear. Here comes the big parts. So, gameplay. Livestock can now be garrisoned and transported in transport ships. I actually noticed this in a mega random game I played the other day, where I couldn't garrison my sheep and cows, which I was used to being able to. So that's good that that's fixed. Animals that can be ordered will no longer run faster than intended when tasked with waypoints. This, well, is pretty much from the step map, where you have the horse and you could shift queue it and it would get super speed. So I'm happy that is fixed as well. Increased the base speed of controllable animals. So I guess sheep, etc. are slightly faster. Double-clicking units no longer temporarily select garrisoned units. That's good. Fixed an issue where villagers would sometimes not return to their work after being garrisoned inside a castle. Thumbs up. Fixed a rare issue where petards would fail to deal damage to gates. That's quite huge, so that has to be I'm glad they fixed that as well. I haven't noticed it myself, but that could be quite devastating. Fishing ships will now put more effort into seeking out new fishing spots if the original gathering point is depleted. Yes! This one has been so frustrating to play with because the fishing ship always go idle, and now it looks like they will focus more on finding a spot, so that's awesome to see. The guard hotkey for Bombarken and Mangana now works as intended. Trade units will now prioritize the market that is furthest away for trading. I guess that is good. I think so. Fixed an issue where monks would occasionally heal units beyond their intended range. Good stuff, but I still want to see them fix the monks back to the original, where they don't have instant conversions like they do these days. It's been confirmed that monks actually convert faster than normal, so hopefully they can fix that for the February patch. The building preview now displays the correct graphic when the cursor is moved beyond the map's edge. Good stuff. Multiple town centers can now be queued up for construction by holding the shift key during placement mode. Fixed an issue where waypoints would sometimes display in incorrect positions. Alright. The anarchy technology now utilizes the correct hotkey. Good stuff. Remove the combat abilities from markets, monasteries, archery ranges, and stables. That's good as well. Cancelling the Spies upgrade will now return the full cost. Cancelling units in a production queue will now return the actual amount of resources initially spent on the unit. I assume this is like if you queue up a villager with Indians in Dark Age, you will get back those resources even if you cancel it in Feudal Age, where it will be cheaper, right? I think it will be something like that. Players no longer receive additional score for killing dismounted conics. Shouldn't they only receive score for killing dismounted conics though, and not for actual mounted conics? I'm not sure. Maybe that's what they do. I don't know. AI achievements can no longer be unlocked when playing campaign missions. Good stuff. So, the juice. The civilization balance. Today's civilization changes are a bit smaller than last month's massive update. As always, your feedback continues to play a big part in how the balance is shifted among all the civilizations available in the game. Once you've had a chance to play with the changes, be sure to visit the forums to post your thoughts. Mayans and Chinese will no longer be granted their bonus starting villagers until a town center has been constructed. This one is huge! If this means that Mines has 3 villagers and Chinese has 3 villagers until their town centers are up, the balance of Nomad is flipped all over. It's flipped around. Chinese are not going to be a good save on Nomad anymore, honestly. Mines might still be okay, but this turns balance on Nomad start maps completely around. I can't stress how much this changes. Mines and Chinese have been 2 of the dominating civs there forever, and now they're just like, they're not even one of the better ones. They're not even close to being the better ones. So that's actually insane. Battle Elephant, Standard and Elite reduced the training time from 28 to 24. By the way, just my opinions, I'm not sure if I agree with this, but alright, we'll see how this plays out. The thing is, as long as we have these constant updates, it reinvents the meta the whole time, and that's what I love. I love that there's balance changes every month, and meta gets reinvented. It's just got, like, there's always something fresh and something you have to figure out again, and that's awesome. So, Burmese, Arambai reduced the wood cost from 80 wood, 65 gold to 75, 60. So 5 decrease in both wood and gold. I think that's fair. Burmese, Arambai aren't really that strong anymore. So I think that's a fair change. It's not very dramatic or drastic. It's still just a small boost, and that's good. Chinese now receive block printing. Historically accurate, I guess, but I don't think they needed that. Chinese are already great, but then again, now that this whole thing is into effect, maybe Chinese aren't gonna be viewed as highly anymore. This one is huge! I already tweeted out with a lot of hearts. Khmer, farmers no longer require mills or town centers to drop off food. This is insane. You can make farms anywhere and you don't need mills or... It's insane! I can't wait to play with Khmer. I'm gonna go stream right after I'm done with this video, and I'm gonna play only Khmer all night. Okay, maybe not, but that's what I want to do. That's actually such a big change. Khmer might be ridiculously good now. We'll see, we'll see. Persians increased the cost of archer units after researching the Commandoran technology from 50 to 60 wood. I still think that's not enough. 60 wood is still cheap for those type of crossbows, and we'll see. But it's something at least, right? For every 10 crossbows, you will have to invest another 100 wood, so that's good. It's a good first step. I think they will be having to nerf that even more further, but still, that's awesome. Slavs, ranged infantry units are no longer affected by the Drashina technology. Good stuff, I suppose. So far, I would say big thumbs up to most of these changes. There's 1 or 2 that are a little bit iffy, but overall, very, very positive changes so far. Campaigns. Loading a saved campaign mission no longer causes certain objects to display the wrong names. Added the relevant dates and civilizations to each campaign tooltip. Cool. Art of the War. Booming. Fixed a rare issue where the Imperial Age upgrade could not be unlocked. Okay, that's weird. And then there's a bunch of campaign changes. I don't really want to read too much into these because I will play through them at a time. So if you want to have a look at any of these, I would recommend you pause the video now and you can see them. I will leave the screen here for a couple of seconds. And I'll scroll down. I leave the screen here as well for about 5 seconds while I take a sip of my coffee. And we scroll down even more. I'll leave the screen here for a couple of seconds while I take another sip of my coffee. Quality content. We'll scroll down a little bit more and I'll leave it here for a couple of seconds as well. So, random maps. This is cool. I hope they change Nomad a little bit. And hopefully, maybe even change the map pool. It's gonna be sick. While the civilizations tell the story of the game, the battlefields are the canvas upon which every story is written. Today's update introduces a vast array of changes to the way maps are generated, how resources are placed and balanced for players, and even adds some scripting additions for our modding community to enjoy. The list is long, so give it a read before you make your mark on the next battlefield. Okay, this is gonna be... Apparently it's a pretty long list, so let's go through it. Gold and stone deposits, as well as relics, will more effectively avoid cliffs during map generation. Big thumbs up. Relics will now avoid forests more effectively during map generations. Good stuff. Implemented additional logic to prevent scouts from spawning in forest. Alright. The starting sheep will now spawn between 7 to 8 tiles from the town center. It was 8 to 9. That's awesome as well. Just not finding your starting sheep could sometimes lose you the game in the past, and This is great. Just the 4 starting sheep are the ones you should have no matter what, right? It doesn't make sense. You can even start with all of them under the town center, just to make it fair. Team members' walls that are adjacent to each other will now form a team wall instead of... Ooh, that's actually cool. Cool. Change the way gates are generated on walled maps to reduce the chance of them being blocked. Good stuff. Oh, so restore the relic count to 5 on the following tiny, small, and medium maps. Relics are also more fairly distributed in a 1v1 setting. Archipelago... Okay, so there's a couple of maps here. It makes me wonder if any of these maps might be included in the new map pool. If there is a new map pool. I haven't gone into the game yet, so I don't know. Fixed a bug where trees in some forest types could be deleted by using building foundations. They must now be chopped down before building a structure. Okay. Dragon Forest can now appear on more African-themed maps. I'm not sure what Dragon Forest is or are, but okay. Implement the various cosmetic updates to terrains used on all maps. Okay. Map settings. King of the Hill. The monument now generates resources for the controlling player. Ooh, that's actually cool. That makes King of the Hill very much more interesting to play. I might try and play some more of that myself. All gold, stone, relics, straggler trees, boar, sheep, and fish have been removed from games set to infinite resources. Makes sense. So, map generation and layout. The secondary gold and stone deposits are now more consistent and more closely resemble their original values on the following maps. Acropolis, Arabia, Arena, Baltic, Black Forest, Budapest, so pretty much every map that you want to play. Acacia, Asacia... These forests have been replaced by Palm Dragon Forest on the following maps. Ooh, okay. So just a different look there. Add a Mediterranean season to the following maps. Ooh, I like that. There are different season even. Arabia already had the Serengeti type of map and then regular Arabia. Desert and Green Arabia options, and now there's a Mediterranean season as well. I really like that they add these. Just makes, even within Arabia, which is already so different with so many different map seeds, now there's going to be different seasons as well, which makes the map different. I love it! I love it! Sorry, I hope you can probably see that I'm getting hyped by all these updates and everything. It just gives me a boost of motivation as well to see that they are investing so much into the game and trying to make it as good as it can be. And that just gives me a huge deal of pleasure. Okay, maps. Acropolis. Add extra goals and stone nodes. Okay. Acropolis. Adjusted the player starting positions. Okay. It's an issue where the starting gold nodes, okay. At the Archipelago. Fortress. Straggler trees no longer appear within the walls, okay. Adjusted the forest so they at least partially appear within the walls, okay, good. Boars will now spawn in 2 different positions as opposed to 1 group, okay. Reduce the distance at which boars spawn from town center to 16 to 19. Damn, that's a huge change actually. Maybe people won't lure the boars with scouts anymore and only use villagers if they're this close. That's cool though, I like that, I like that. It just makes it more fair. Like one player won't be screwed over compared to the other. Walls will now consistently spawn 20 tiles from the town center on ludicrous map size. Okay. Oh, on ludicrous they will spawn 35. Okay. And this means that the boars will always spawn inside the arena or the fortress. Towers will now consistently spawn within 2 tiles of the wall. Okay. Adjusted the generation of houses and other buildings so they do not impede the player. That's great. Improve the way farms to generate so they clean this around the town center. Dude, man, there's so many good changes here. I love it. This is like changes that why wasn't this done 15 years ago, right? Ghost Lake. Extra sheep spawns have been adjusted to form 3 groups of 2 sheep per player. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that makes Ghost Lake different. Slightly increase the size of the pit in the center of the map on Golden Pit. Mega Random have mangrove forests. Okay, will only appear in shallows. Extra gold and stone deposits have been adjusted to spawn in more balanced locations for players. Good stuff. Gold and stone deposits as well as relics now spawn further away from forest. Good stuff. Straggler trees will no longer be generated when playing a deathmatch or infinite resources. Okay. So Sandbank, there's a lot of maps here that Sandbank I don't think is played much these days, but they adjusted locations there as well and improved placements of deer spawns. Scandinavia, my home area. Adjusted the generation of forests and ice patches to offer easier navigation and access to the water. Good stuff. Resources have been moved closer to players' initial starting positions. That's good as well. We have Team Islands. A rare issue where gold and stone would fail to generate. Okay, fixed. Remove cliffs. Removed cliffs from the map. So cliffs are no longer part of Team Islands. I think that's a really good change as well. Very big thumbs up for that. And reduce the distance between islands from 22 to 20. So islands are slightly closer here, it seems. Teams are now interconnected by shallow terrains in case rivers block passage. Okay, great stuff. Adjusted how the forest and terrain are now generated to provide more open gameplay. Extra gold and stone. Okay, like all these changes are just great changes and positive changes. This makes me happy to see. So sudden death can now be used as an identifier for... Oh, awesome. This is for scripting, guys. I'm probably gonna scroll through this because I'm not into scripting. So again, this will be a place where you guys can pause, or I will leave the link to this page in the description so you can go and check it out yourself. So I'm just gonna scroll quickly past that. Okay, here we go. Lobbies and matchmaking. Fixed an issue where custom map pools would always reset to coastal after starting the game. Yes! This one has been so frustrating to deal with. Added a password filter to the lobby browser. Okay. The regicide game mode will no longer remove the victory condition drop down in. Okay. The starting resources setting now works properly when playing regicide. Good stuff. Fixed an issue where the check marks on the loading screen would on occasion not update properly. Good stuff. That is great. Graphics fixed a rare issue where unit outlines would fail to display behind construction graphics, walls, and gates. Okay. Added smoke visual effects to gate destruction animations. Implemented various bug fixes and updates to art assets. One thing I'm still missing. Oh, yes! Wait, okay. Fixed various issues where... I was just about to comment regarding Oregon guns. But okay. Fixed various issues where the voiceover dialogue and subtitles did not match in campaign missions. Good. Fixed the muzzle and sound delay of Oregon guns, bomber cannons, and hand cannoners. Fixed the sound delay of hand cannoners and janissaries. I really wonder if this will also fix that the smoke doesn't come out and the shot doesn't come out. Because that's been my biggest issue with Oregon guns, for example, that it's just hard to micro them because you see the smoke coming out, yet there are no bullets coming. So hopefully this might even fix that. I'm not sure though. Fire arrows no longer play the whoosh sound effect twice. Okay. Fire arrows shot from towers will now use the new tower-specific arrow sound as intended. Okay. AI. This has actually been a huge update as well. A good deal of work has been done to improve the AI in unit pathfinding in Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Today's update introduces several new balance changes, including fixes that should help the AI make more intelligent and meaningful decisions, pathfinding improvements for both AI and player control units, yes, and more. We will continue monitoring your discussions to see what tweaks we can work into the game, but for now, here are the changes you can play with now. So it's been a big tell in the community that the melee units are not acting properly in the game. So let's see if that's gonna be better. AI control players will now continue to function in multiplayer games if the host has left the game. Okay. AI control scouts will now explore the map in custom scenarios. That's good. Added a localized response to extreme difficulty. AI controlled eagle scouts are now better at avoiding dangers while scouting. Okay. AI controlled scouts will no longer try to continuously steal herdable animals. Fix an issue where the AI would sometimes fail to counter enemy rams with villagers. Okay. So I haven't played against the extreme AI in a while. I might revisit that in not too long, so stay tuned for that. Fix an issue where the AI would prioritize building docks on the opposite side of the map despite starting near a body of water. Make sense? AI controlled players will now construct fewer docks if they're not planning to construct ships sooner. Okay. Fix a rare issue where AI players would flare. Okay. Fix a rare issue where AI players would not flare. Okay. Fix an issue where AI players would miscalculate their starting position when... Okay. Fix an issue where, in rare circumstances, starting with an AI opponent in extreme difficulty would... Okay, it's just a bunch of AI stuff. It's not really that much interesting in my opinion. But this one is going to be huge. Come on, let's go. Pathfinding, let's go. Improve the behavior of military units when they are surrounded and attacking buildings. Good stuff. Groups of units will now correctly make use of command queues. Good stuff. Fix an issue where military units would, on occasion, visually stutter while moving. Yes! Guys, melee units are back. Let's go. Fix an issue where gates would, on occasion, briefly block units during their destruction animation. Yes! This one has been so annoying for me. But it's not only gates, it's also been like houses. So that's great. Fixed an issue where AI control units in the campaign would stop attacking. Okay. Fixed an issue where units could slide through obstructions if they were too close to fire in the stand grounds. Okay. Fixed an issue where units on stand ground would stutter after ungarrisoning from a siege tower. Fixed an issue where rams would randomly lose interest when attacking a gate. Thank you. Improved ram pathfinding when moving to and attacking gates and towers. Thank you. Humans are back, boys. Fixed an issue where villagers would sometimes ignore commands while under attack. Quality stuff. Fixed an issue where villagers would occasionally go idle under certain circumstances. This also improves villager gathering behavior in crowded situations. That's also awesome. The command SN maximum patrol distance is now available for scenario designers. Okay, dude, I can't wait to play. I'm probably gonna go live as soon as I'm done with this video, just to start playing a little bit. A couple of hours of laddering to see how it feels. AI scripting, for those who want to do with that. I'm leaving you here for a second if you want to check it. I'm gonna go now. Okay, user interface. Updated the minimap to display the correct color for gravel and bogland terrain, okay? The best civ information on the player's profile now shows the best civilization from both single player and multiplayer games. That's cool. Legacy HP colors are now displayed correctly in the user interface. Good stuff. Placeholder text no longer displays when a player loses connectivity to multiplayer services. A villager's build queue no longer resets when a villager within their group of selected units is killed. Fix a rare issue where the unit command panel will not display. Okay, this one has also been super annoying. It's been like suddenly disappearing for no reason at all. Fix an issue which prevented the correct display of allied units inside a building. Fix an issue where the spectator mode command panel would not display properly when selecting multiple units. Players who have resigned out of the match are now displayed correctly in the spectator user interface. Good stuff. Fix the bug where resigned co-op players would see their names replaced by their team name. Okay. Fix an issue where hotkeys would continue to work in-game while the delete confirmation window was in focus. And fix the rare issue where the multiple UI screens would overlap each other. Fix the rare issue where AI names will no longer display properly on the loading screen. So tech tree. Unit stats are no longer inconsistent in the civilization tech tree when playing with a non-dark age start. Fixed a rare issue where research unit or technology nodes did not appear correctly. Fixed a rare issue where some nodes did not include their required technologies. Okay, modding, not for me. If you guys want to have a look at modding, then the screen is here. You can pause and read it, or check out the article yourself. Scenario editor as well, not really anything for me, so there you go. So that's it, guys. This makes me super hyped. The fact that they put so much effort into this and all these changes are like positively, it's huge changes actually. So yeah, I don't know, it just makes me super hyped. I can't wait to try out the new balance. Come here, boys, come here. I always told you guys they're the best civ in the game, and now it's finally confirmed. Pathfinding, can't wait to see how that plays out. And otherwise, just a lot of good changes. I think the random map generation as well is great. I don't think they changed the map pool, didn't say anything about that, so we'll find out later. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. The article is linked in the description of the video, so go check that out yourself if you want to look into more detail. And I will see you guys in the very next video. Bye-bye!